Hello, sword-fighting sirens. Today we are reviewing Onee Chanbara Origin, a game that comes to us from developer Tamsoft and publisher D3 Publisher. I played this title on Steam. It is also available on the PS4. Regular price on both of those is $59.99, though there is currently a sale on Steam. If you hurry, it's until the 21st, which brings the price down to $47.99. There is also a deluxe edition that is available on Steam, which includes all of the DLC for the game. If you are going to be purchasing that, might be a good investment. This collection is a reimagining or a revived version of the first and second games in the Onee Chanbara series. The games originally came out on the PS2 in 2004 and 5 respectively. Just so I had a point of comparison, I did pull up a video of the PS2 version of these games, and let me tell you, we have come a long way, ladies and gentlemen. Gameplay-wise, these don't really stand out from the originals, but graphically, very impressive. So in the first half of Onee Chanbara Origin, you are playing as Aya, who is a sword-fighting badass mofo who is trying to find her sister. In the process, she is also fighting off an army of undead. Meanwhile, her sister Saki is plotting to bring their murdered mother back from the dead, and she thinks the only way to do that is to destroy her sister in the process. This game, at its very core, is a button masher, but I mean that in the best possible way. You're primarily going to be mashing on your attack button. You also have a special attack. You can, of course, jump, and there is a parry, which will come in handy with some creatures in particular. You also have to be conscious of the blood on your sword, which you'll have to clear off with the left bumper. You can also use the right trigger to run and vault over objects. And then, of course, you have some pretty cool finishing moves that you can do on certain enemies. In your options menu, you do have a store where you can purchase certain items to heal or to equip, and you can also level up at the end of each level. You can choose to level up defense, attack, or HP. With each level you pass, you have 3 points which you can distribute between those 3 categories, or you can just level up 1 to the max. About halfway through the game, you do have the added mechanic of being able to switch between 2 characters as well. At the end of each level, there is a boss that you'll have to defeat to proceed. There are all sorts of types of undead, some of which require specific attacks, and some of them require you to parry to be able to be vulnerable. You can also reach an overdrive mode if you get soaked in enough blood. Yeah, it sounds gross, but it is quite an effective attack. And then once you're in the overdrive mode, you can actually reach a second form of the overdrive, which takes away your HP, but is even more effective. It also takes away most of your clothes, but if you're watching this review, you already know what you signed up for. Now, I am a pretty big fan of this game, but I cannot get through this review without giving you a fair warning. Quite a bit of legwork went into getting this game to work on Steam. Now, this may have been patched once you're watching this review, I'm not sure, but we did have to do quite a bit of work to get it to run properly. In this particular case, and in many others I'm sure, the Steam community is a godsend, and we're able to offer various fixes. We were able to get it to run at 60 FPS without any issues. After the initial fiasco, we really didn't run into any performance issues, so once you get it going, it's fine. I feel like a finished game should have already taken care of this, but do be prepared if you purchase this game. There is the possibility you're going to have to do some work to get the reward. Overall, I am a fan of this game. I thought it was a lot of fun. I love button mashing. I love killing zombies. I thought it was a bloody good time. My one complaint would be that I didn't particularly enjoy the parry. It was a little bit sluggish and hard to time, especially when it was forced upon you for certain enemies. My other qualm would be, I wish there was a 2-player element to this game, especially in the second half where you're switching between characters. It'd be nice to have the option to have somebody else to tag in. Neither of these complaints are game-breaking by any means. I had a blast playing this. I was playing it for hours, and I could have played it for hours more if I wasn't falling asleep. As I mentioned before, graphically, this is leaps and bounds better than the original PS2 games. It's much smoother, it's very colorful. Enemy design is unique, though you will see quite a bit of repetition from level to level, especially with the freaking Mudmen. Those guys were the bane of my existence. It's a great anime art aesthetic. The costumes for the characters were really cool. The forms of the sisters were really unique. It was just really creative and colorful and well done. Oh, and if you're squeamish, maybe this isn't the game for you, particularly if you don't enjoy the sight of blood, because the whole game is a bloodbath. Similar to the graphics, the soundtrack sounded straight out of an anime. It was high energy, poppy. The sound effects were also quite good. There is a lot of slashing and hacking and shouting from the ladies. You do have the option to change the language of both the subtitles as well as the voice acting. I started out with the English voice acting, and I have to say I appreciated the Japanese voice acting more. Maybe it's because I can't understand what they're saying, but I thought there was a lot more emotion packed into it. As a package, this presentation was great. I thought it looked good, it sounded good, it felt good to play. Again, the parry was a little bit iffy, and sometimes the camera angles were not my friend, but overall, great presentation, great feel to the gameplay. If you're looking for a fast-paced button masher that is full of blood and naked girls, this is the one for you. Thank you so much for checking out my review of Onee Chanbara Origin. If you'd like to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button below where you can follow all of our reviews and previews. You can also check out the description box where we have links to our merchandise store, as well as our Discord and our memberships if you'd like to support us further. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time.